Hello everyone. So today I have with me Ashish, and Ashish is visiting here with my friend from my college, Tanveer Singh Walia, who was a year senior to me. They both come from Singapore. We'll soon have Tanveer in another video. He's right now behind the scenes managing the camera. And so here is Ashish. He's also come from Singapore and he has been in investment industry since what, like 20 years now?
Yeah.
Been investing, and he invests in mostly in tech companies, tech businesses who are publicly listed in the United States, and that's been his background. And he's been into wealth management as well, and now he's about to start his own fund too. But before embarking on that journey, he wanted a reset and an experience where he could just come and get, like in his word, how he puts some straws for the bird's nest, like the bird's nest being his life, and then picking up some straws. So he was just sharing with me how he's picked up some straws on this visit to me, like when Tanveer and he both visited me, that in the hope and expectation that when they come here, we'll have some nice collaboration coming up and some nice discussions, exchanges, in which he'll be able to go back with a fresh and a new outlook towards life and some new goals as well. So these are the things I wanted to have a discussion with him before he leaves back tomorrow for his home. So, but before we begin, Ashish, how about a little introduction about yourself?
Yeah, like you said, I've been in the investment industry for a very long time now, and in investment, it's very important to keep, to have a very stable mind. To, for example, like control your fear, greed. Some of these ingredients were already there on how to conduct your business such that in a slightly detached way, in unemotional ways and stuff. But when Tanveer brought this up and told me about you and about the spiritual journey that he wanted to go on, I thought this was a great opportunity for me to join and see if there are any lessons that I can take, and I can, even if I take a little bit out of this journey from and then apply it in my life just to make my life better. So it has been a great experience this 1 week, thanks to you for all your teachings, all the experiences that you shared, all the frank discussions that we've had. It's been a phenomenal week, and there are lots of things that I'm taking away, and I'm sure this is going to make my life a lot more better going forward.
And honestly, I can't tell you how satisfied I feel to hear this also. It brings a great satisfaction in me, because for me also it was a very important visit that both of you were coming, and for multiple reasons, because I also feel that right now I'm in a stage of life where I am ready to share, and at same time, Tanveer has been in touch with me since 3 years already, when I used to do this online, some workshops. And now it is amazing that he called me this year and he said, Ayush, I want a reset before switching my next job. And I think it's best to take out some time, and I'm coming with a friend. And I'm so happy that both of you came, and it has been worth for your visit, because to book flights from Singapore to come here for a week is a big commitment. It's not like coming from Chandigarh, for example, right? So I'm very happy, first of all, that you had felt this, because it's for the first time we met also.
Yes. No. So the most special part about this journey has been that you are somebody that we can talk to. We could have easily gone to another retreat. We could have easily gone to some guru, some art of living, some other. There's so many avenues out there. The special thing was that you, as somebody we could relate to, somebody who's been living life like us, and has progressed so much on this journey. So it's not only about just coming in and going through a spiritual journey. It's about going through with you, where we can discuss things, we can bring things back to our roots. We have similar roots, value systems. So the best part was that we can have those frank discussions. You were always very open to all the disagreements, all the all the doubts that we might have had, and there are lots of things that we might not have agreed on also.
Right.
But yeah, it's and again, I like to stress the most important thing was how relatable all of this was to us, and how we could learn from your experiences and share our issues, our problems, and then see what we can actually take it. This is not just sitting there, in front of a guru and hearing what he has to say, and then feeling like if we've not understood, it's our problem. So this is a different discussion, and that made it very special.
Yeah, I think the best exchange is when it's between two friends and two peers, and as well, what we honor is the validity of anything, right? And that hey, we both feel that this seems like a valid, belief or some assumption or a direction. It points to a valid direction, and if we don't agree, then that's also accepted and respected that there are disagreements. And yeah, it was wonderful that what I really also liked is your questioning. I feel it is very important because when we cross 40 years of age, uh, when we are children, we question a lot. But over years, the questioning becomes less and less. And by this time in our life, I often meet people who formed very rigid opinions and rigid personalities. But what I really noticed in you was your questioning was very sincere. And it did not come because you wanted to, have an intellectual debate over some things. So it was not an intellectual discussion or, like people say, an intellectual masturbation that often happens, right? It was sincere inquiry from your side as well, which made this exchange very sincere, and hence I believe it was so fruitful. Otherwise, we could have been intellectually debating for the whole week also.
No, definitely, and you were very receptive to all the questions. And like I said, that generally in anything that we learn, there are two parts. One is things that you can reverse engineer, or you can get through logic. You have to understand the path to get to that. And there's another set of things which is experiences that you have to feel them to understand, and so you brought both of them together. You're very kind enough to take all our questions, be very patient with us, and let us go through our journey to eventually get to an understanding of what you were maybe trying to say at the beginning. So yes, and it's not like everything is clear to us. There are lots of questions that we have. There are lots of skepticism that we have. But I think for me at least, I've taken enough that is going to impact, that is going to make a good enough impact to my life, and that was much more than what I had expected when I came here a week ago.
So, what would be those things which will make an impact in your life? Let's say Ashish from a week ago and Ashish from today. What has changed, would you say? And that's my part number one. So, like when going back, what would be the difference right away? And maybe as a part of this question, the part one, or you could call a part two of the question is, would you have some new goals for yourself after going back as well as an extension to the first part? So, these are my two questions.
Okay, that's a tough question because a lot of what I got was so this spirituality is not new to me. I've read a lot of books. I've gone through a lot of literature. I've heard a lot of gurus talks and stuff. So a lot of what and again, like I said, this is all because of the interactions that we had, that we got to talk about, discuss, ask questions, and harp on things. That a lot of missing pieces in my big picture got. I found those pieces, and that makes it a little hard to explain. But the more tangible things will be like, I now understand what a spiritual journey is. Like what is it that you enjoy? The whole idea of the infinite, or the zero, or the zero,
Shunya.
the shunya, the being and its connection with the universe, or the oneness that we call it. A lot of that space, the spiritual side of things, I was not very clear of. I had those things in pieces, but a lot of holes got filled in this journey. The other thing was this experience of being here with you in this environment. You built up a very phenomenal environment here. It's very peaceful. The views are nice. The weather is great. We were very lucky to have some very nice weather during our visit. So that also that amplified the whole experience. in terms of how my life will be changed, I'll, so you
You
know,
will be changed basically.
yeah. So for example, these meditation practices,
Hmm.
these are something that I want to take and you know do a lot more of. There are lots of different meditation practices that
Right.
we tried. These experiences that we had,
Hmm.
those are the most important things for me to
Hmm.
take back, and
Hmm.
they make my mind a lot more calmer. They make me at much more peace with myself. So all these things will be, if I can continue this journey and hopefully make this part of my regular routine, then all of these things are going to not only my life, but even I'm guessing my family will be thankful to you too for that.
Wow. Yes. Yes. Of course. Yes. But when you'll shine like sun. No, the light will fall upon the all the family members. They'll see it and it will inspire everyone. That's obvious. So if there is one thing that let's say of all the tools that you got, so one is some, let's say, valuable pieces of information, of course, which you will contemplate upon in coming weeks, and then they will be in the process of churning, will go inside you, and they may become your knowledge also as you absorb them. That's one, of course. As so, I guess you'll think or continue to think upon these things, meditate upon these things, contemplate upon these things. That's one. And second is, you mentioned these tools and meditations you got here. So we discussed about being aware, being watchful. We discussed about being aware of breath, of our mind, of our five senses. Also being aware of what kind of thoughts and desires and activities go in our mind also, right? And how to watch them, and even those questions whether I'm feeling comfortable or not, is it my choice to feel how I'm feeling or not, those are again tools that we can apply. And some other tools also that we did, like even some yogic meditations on energy centers. So of this plus everything else that you experienced here, if there is one thing that you would like to be present every day in your life from here on for next few weeks or months at least, if we were to say, would there be something that you wouldn't want to miss out on?
I would like to practice more of these meditations. So there are different threads. So yeah, what I would want to do more regularly will be things, the meditation, especially some of those, what I call the sound massage of our internal
Right.
body. You better be able to explain that, but that is one thing that I thought was very useful.
Wow.
General meditation was very useful,
Mhm.
and plus I've got these threads that I have to follow, like the chakras and all of those. I want to understand a lot more. So yeah, and for everybody who's listening this, the most important part of this whole journey has been that you know the ability to question, the ability to seek answers, and the ability to disagree with whatever works or not works, and then go deeper into what works, what I'm relating to, and leave things aside, things that that I'm not ready for. Like they say, when the student is ready, the guru shows up. So in our case, we had the choice to show up the guru that we were ready for. That made this whole thing a great experience. So yeah, there are lots of these threads like the chakras. The special thing about this week was I've read a lot of things, like I said before, but I hadn't experienced too many things, and this gave me an opportunity to
Yes.
the meditations, the all the sounds that we did, trying to find those chakras. All of those exercises were great, and I found a lot of value in them. That is something that I would want to dig deeper into and make them part of my life.
Yes, yes, value. It's all about value. And one of my favorite moments with you, if I were to recount my one favorite moment, it would be on Shivratri when we were back. I was sitting there, you were standing there, and you said, right now I can now finally see what you were talking about. I can see this in your own
Detachment.
words. Detachment, like, let's hear from your own words what you spoke to me. You remember?
Yeah, I remember partly. So, there was this feeling of that I am watching my thoughts, and I was talking to you, and I could see myself talking to you, and that was an experience that I've never had
Like,
before.
yeah, like a detached observer.
Yes.
Like what you said is, Ayush, right now, everything I'm experiencing through the body and in my mind, I'm able to separate myself from those experiences. And like it's going through a filter of me, all of this is going through me separately. And then even you, when I'm talking to, I can see My body and senses talk to you, listen to you, and I'm a separate observer. That was my favorite moment because that is a real experience, right? And now you have an anchor to hold on to
Yeah.
as you go from
Yeah,
here.
once you cannot unsee this.
Yeah.
So once you felt that, then the only thing that you want is more and more of it. So
That's a nice line. You cannot unsee this. Very nice. And okay, so one of your most funniest moments here. Let's have a quick fire. If you were to say a funny moment.
funny moment.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know.
There were so many funny moments. We laughed so much. Okay, that's fine. So next is one of moments when you felt most alive or very alive.
Um, one of those were we were talking about the Mahashivratri ones, and even doing some of those meditations and then those sounds, all of those, that really brought something out from within which I had not experienced before. So, and plus, of course, like today we were out.
Yeah, yeah. Today was such a
and
beautiful
yeah,
day.
and on that waterfall, it was beautiful. There was hail. There was this natural sound. There was music playing. We were stuck there. The weather was nice. So it was just a completely different, a very unique experience. Like, this whole, yeah. So
Wonderful, wonderful. And yes, same for me here. And also, I want to thank you. It was, I think, a collaboration on both sides. Even you were my advisor and guru for some things. You gave me a very fine way to go about, building the product. It was an amazing advice to, instead of setting goals of number of customers we have, putting them in months, rather going with the first few five customers, let's say, for example, getting their requirements and making sure to be very proactive in solving their problems. And once I start getting less and less requests for them, I will start knowing now how many organically I will know as a response to the situation. Instead of me planning beforehand, I will discover at that point of time that when can I take on new customers. And with the next batch of customers, my delta of requests that each customer gives becomes less and less. Right? So when it becomes almost negligible, I know I'm ready to scale. Till then, don't push pedal on GTM engine. It's a validation phase. That was an amazing piece of advice, and as well other advice you gave me on content marketing. That was really amazing. So I feel that it was such a fruitful exchange all around for all of us. A very complimentary. And also, I want to thank you for invitation to Singapore. I would love to come there sometime and spend time with you guys there as well. And yeah, it's a great collaboration. I feel that happened here. What would you say about collaborations?
no, this collaboration will go on forever. No, I'm glad you like the idea. There's one thing that I'm a big fan of is the systems thinking, trying to bring, and this applies to everything in life. Everywhere in life, you have to start to think about how to put processes in place. How should things come back and tell you what state they are in. It applies to the body. Like you taught me this meditation. The body is telling you what part of it, what chakras are opening up, how things are telling you. And this is just a way of putting those sensors inside your body and let the body tell you how to respond. But yeah, there's some of those things that appeal to you. And of course, you're very welcome. We'd love to host you in Singapore and show you around. It's not as beautiful as this is, but then at least you'll know what the reference is. So,
Well, like we discussed, a rose has its role in the garden and also a sunflower.
yes,
So Singapore has its role, Salig has its role.
yes.
Yeah.
And you would appreciate Salig even better.
Let us see.
Like they say, they also serve wait and watch. So that will be we'll elevate this place. So,
Right. Wonderful. Anything else you'd like to just share as we conclude this conversation?
no. Thank you for having us. It was a fantastic experience. Everything from staying here to the food that we got to the views that we had. It was phenomenal. And the way you treated us, we never, like we met for the first time, never felt like, that we met for the first time, and you took really good care of us. So thank you very much. And I hope more and more people get to get this experience through you, learnings through you. And as you go on your journey, you also help other people. So
Yes.
hopefully this is the first step in that direction.
Yes, and definitely it feels like that, and a big kickoff this year, and I want to take this forward. And also, it was like staying together was really amazing. It was just like family and home, and this is something which is just priceless to share this environment. And I think you also gelled in very easily. It was a new environment to you, but you also just stepped in with such an open mind and fluidity. So I guess everything just went along well. Okay, so yeah, there'll be more conversations in future, and right now this has been an amazing short conversation, and thank you for sharing your nuggets of what you got from here. And I hope that some of the things we discussed here are, if they're relevant to you also, then I hope watching this video helped you also. And if you have any questions, please drop me in a question, in a message, asking your questions. And yeah, some of the topics, if you just quickly recapitulate before we sign off, what all topics we went through, right? So the heart of everything would be oneness, if you were to say, correct? And oneness in our coexistence, like we are all dual, but a non-duality, which is when we feel it, it is oneness. So yeah, all is one, and we are parts of it. Then second would be like we went through what is self as an individual consciousness with this body. So we went through that also, and as a human being, what values matter to us. We discussed 9 values, starting from trust, respect, care, affection. Then there was mamta, or and then there was vatsalya, the sense of guidance. Then there was reverence and gratitude and love. Is eventually we came to, right?
I didn't expect you to name all of these in English as fast as you do in Hindi, sir.
Yes, some of them don't have English. So even I had to think about a couple of places. Then, yeah, this was also a very important piece, understanding respect and trust and love, especially these things. And yeah, I feel that this was one of the core principles to think upon, and right, and then of course the practices that were there for sure. And yeah, being aware of our mind, that as a core important practice. Yeah, it was a lot we went through in 1 week, no?
Yes,
Like,
of course.
Wonderful, Ashish, and I give you best of luck for your new journey with this hedge fund you are starting. And I would love to share about it whenever it comes out and you're ready to share the news publicly. So whenever it is, would love to just float about, and I have my best wishes, and may this go very well for you, this new project. And you being a manifesting generator, right? Okay, we went through human design also. That was also one thing. So you being a manifesting generator, this is a new beginning, and you have all the rights to start new things as a manifester. And you put your creative energy as a generator. I'm sure lovely, this project is going to go great. I just feel it, having met you. And everything else in life also, I give you the best wishes. Thank you so much, and
Thank you very much.
have a good journey tomorrow.
Thank you very much, and good luck to you for the project itself. It's got Godspeed, so I don't know how better I can wish it anymore. But
Yeah.
good luck for your technology project, and I'm sure you'll do great work imparting this wisdom that you've learned, this path of spirituality, which makes
That's my
people's
life project. And
Yeah.
Godspeed, the technology project, is for this project also, yes.
So I look forward to our lifelong collaborations.
Collaborations,
And on
thank you
that
so
note,
much.
thank you very much.
Yes, yes. Same here, same here. Thank you. Namaste.